We're on.
Welcome to the 5th edition of the Hazel Rock. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Daly's Pop Tails.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it's our sponsor this week.
Nice.
Daly's strawberry alcohol infused freezer pops. It gives you about 6.8%, which is 13.6 proof. Nothing to write home about, but I just need it for a podcast.
6 of those seem like a hell of a hangover at the end of the day.
Yeah, if I pounded like 10 of them, but luckily it's the only one I have.
Okay.
And,
well, that's enough. That's enough so you can go to bed early tonight.
This is just something to grease the wheels with for the podcast.
Oh, is there something else going on tonight?
No, I'm just greasing the wheels for the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I greased the wheels a little bit for the podcast. I stopped and had a couple Tito's after work, and then went to the gym, and then had a little salmon and asparagus, and now I'm here ready to go.
Very nice.
I don't think it's normal to go to the happy hour first in the gym, but that's how I did it.
Bert Kreischer, the comedian, he drinks a box of wine while he runs on the treadmill.
Yeah, and he looks like
he looks like
he do more than that.
Yeah.
He weighs about 300 pounds.
He looks like that's exactly what he does.
And his movie bombed. The machine made no money. Yeah, wait till it comes out on like TNT or something. Don't even waste it on your time at all. All right, so this is a golf podcast. Probably should talk about golf a little bit.
In theory.
I tell you what, I was impressed by Brian Harman. I mean, I was probably like everybody else on Saturday. I was wanting him to come back to the field a little bit to make it exciting, because he had a 5-shot lead after 2 days, and you're like, damn. But you just thought that at some point, which he tried, but by Sunday morning when I got up, I was ready for him to win the thing. One, he was an American. I had a couple bets we're going to talk about that I hit none on. Got reverse backdoored again as usual on my top fives. Thank you, Victor Hovland. Thank you, Roy McIlroy. That's for you, Will. I went with your Roy boy, and there went $100. But anyway, moving on. I'm not real happy with my live golfers from last week, so I think Heinrich and Cantor were our top 2 finishers from live last week, and the rest of the boys were swimming down towards the bottom. Cam Smith even faded out, and I thought that course was set up for him. But anyway, Brian Harman put on a hell of a show on Sunday when he hit it on that par 3. I think, did you see the shot where he hit it on that par 3 and it looked like it went right into the shit and almost out of bounds? I think that's where his final round changed.
What was it, like the 5th hole?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the next hole was that par 5 that everybody was birdieing.
Well, what's interesting is that he started off the same way on Saturday. He bogeyed like 2 of the first 5 to start out, and it looked like he was going to come back down both rounds, and then he just became ice cold, and he wasn't going to be affected the entire time. He was playing a different course. He ended up playing a different course from everybody else. After 5 holes, he played the rest of those holes like 500 both days.
I don't think he really had a choice in the matter to play a different course than everybody else, because he couldn't hit it far enough. He was able to use his driver and stay short of the bunkers, which anybody else that used their driver either went into the bunker or they had to carry it. And I know Rory and Bryson and a few guys were carrying bunkers, but at the end of the day, it really didn't help them out. As steady as she goes ended up winning by 6 shots. But anyway, that hole turned it for him. He birdied the next hole. That got him back to 11 got him to 11 under. I think he birdied 8, and then coming in just basically par all the way out. Might have made one more bogey. I'm not for sure if he did or not. And then
Yeah, he ended up bogeying, but then he birdied right after.
Yeah, and then he birdied that par 3 17, wasn't it?
Yep.
And that slammed the door right there. It was over after that, and I was so happy for him.
Yeah. That was kind of, and the media was just treating him horrifically.
Hang on, Mommy just sent us the text. I need to see what she's saying.
Yeah, no, you don't need to look at what you say.
Let Brock talk. Okay, I'll let you talk.
No,
we got we got a producer too now. How good is that?
She needs to start a podcast with Lisa and Leanne where they talk about their Orange Theory and like Little Lamb and stuff like that. I think
that would be pretty cool.
Hey, Kim, we're losing you, man.
Start a podcast.
Your camera's fading up.
Oh, yeah, I'm slipping a little bit. I'm laying in bed, dude. I'm about to take a nap. No, I totally agree. You could talk about working out. You could talk about wines, different things, whatever they say in the girls' thread they have going on.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely a lot of subject matter for sure there, but I mean, imagine any other golfer they put a waggle counter on. Like, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, the first time too, they did the waggle count. They didn't even count. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It stayed at 0.
It didn't work.
But then it got up to like, and he changed. You think he would have like Sergio back in the day used to drive me crazy, man. He would waggle 20 times, and then he's down to where he waggles like 5 times now. But he would go for you, but he was consistent. It was always 20 waggles. But Harman would do like 8, 9 waggles, and next time he does 15 waggles. He just went until he settled in, till he was ready for the shot.
I know, and he was getting heckled the whole time by what they call
coming after him,
the most intelligent fans in the world. But
yeah, not anymore.
Those Brits don't know anything. Okay, there's a reason why we got this big land mass now, and they're relegated to a small island. But I don't need to get
and I think, didn't we get our independence from them?
We did. That's right.
Oh, okay, I was just checking. Just checking. So they think they invented golf. Well, they may have had it for a couple of years, but I'm pretty sure that we invented golf, took it over, and pretty much nobody plays.
Well, when they say they invented golf, they were just like basically playing croquet, and then we actually did something with the game in America. Is what happened.
Now I need to ask you a question. What do you think we're going to do about No Show Tommy?
Tommy Fleetwood?
I think we could go to Sunday No Show Tommy. He's a hell of a golfer Thursday through Saturday.
Tommy Fleetwood?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I mean, is this anything new? Like, everybody's acting like this is what he does. He always top 10s, top 20s majors. It's no big deal. He runs around and he does well in the DPT. I mean, the DP and the PGA.
You think he goes out partying on Saturday night or something? Or what's the issue? Or he can't handle the pressure?
Some people just don't got the stones for it, man. Listen, everybody can shoot as good as, like, if you're in the top 500 in the world, you can go out there and shoot just as good as anybody else. You can shoot just as good as Scottie Scheffler, but you got the stones for it.
Do you think he's basically Roy McIlroy the past 10 years? It's like they're twins.
Well, I think it's almost like Louis Oosthuizen. So it's like once you start doing that and you make that a trend, that's just something you're not going to get over in golf.
Louis got a major. Louis has a major. Louis has a major. 2010 British Open.
You're right. But
thank you.
He also has like 10 runner-ups too, which is crazy.
Yeah, correct.
But
that's fine. He got it done one time, and that's all you need in pro
That's
golf. It's
true.
one time is all
What
you
I'm saying
need.
is when you get those yips for like a final round major, it doesn't just affect you, it affects the golfer you're playing with because they're like, this guy's just gonna fold here anytime now. I'm good. I'm playing well. I got nothing to
Did
worry
you,
about. I can
did you
shoot
see
even
where
par
he,
today because Fleetwood's shooting 76.
did you see where he hit it on 17?
No,
Oh, you didn't see 17?
no.
He hit it so far left that it was looked like it was getting close to water, and he was lucky the tide was out or it'd have been in the water. And he had to like hit like a 5 foot shot just to get it up to the soft sand where he could actually hit it again. Double bogey, game over on 17. Went from went from 6 under to 4 under.
I mean, he's a good
T10.
bet for like top 10, but never to win
Oh
it.
yeah, the amateur played good one day.
Oh, yeah, that 6'8" guy.
Yeah, and then kind of went 80, 80, 80 after that. But I mean, it got him the amateur trophy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he blew up for sure at the end.
And
He
he's
really made
about
the cut.
he's 7 foot tall. I don't know when he gets into serious contention at some point that being that tall won't affect him pretty good.
I mean, swing speed, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? The swing is so lanky and stuff. Those little compact guys,
There's a
man,
lot of room
generally,
there.
Tiger Woods, he was like 6'1", but most of your really good golfers, especially back in the day, were all compact golfers.
Yeah, I mean, Ernie Els and Fred Couples are little guys.
Yeah, pretty good point on that. All right, so I guess we need to talk about the 3M.
Yeah, man. I mean, about 10 minutes before this podcast started, I looked up and saw that the 3M opens next week.
Yeah, well, as usual, I do my due diligence, I do my homework, and I always am ready for this podcast.
Well,
So,
I like Kelly Craft this week. Probably take it home.
yeah, go ahead and waste your money on Kelly Craft. Cam Young, not a whole lot of value at plus 1,200, but you almost have to have him in there after last week's performance because he played pretty damn good until Sunday, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I don't like really anybody else in that low range. I'm probably going to take Ludwig Edberg as my highest finishing European this week. But probably my outright, I'm going to have to put something on Cameron Young for an outright win. I'm also going to put a little something because at 3,700, I like my price on Gary Woodland. That's pretty good. I think he's right there. Don't bet Lucas Glover because he'd withdrawn before he ever got to start. And then man, that's about it. There's really nobody else. Patrick Rogers, second place in the Barracuda at plus 4,500, but he's in a little stiffer field this week.
Real quick, I'd like to give a shout out to Ash K. Bhatia.
Yes, I can't believe we haven't talked about him yet.
21 years old, and he goes out there and he gets it done.
Absolutely.
And something funny about that, when we were on the high school team, there was this freshman that we nicknamed Ash K. But
Ashcan?
Ash K after Ash K Bhatia, because Ash K
After
Bhatia
that guy.
was like 17 years old at this time.
Yep.
And we were like, this is gonna be the guy. And I'm not gonna tell you why we nicknamed him Ash K, but we did. So and now it's cool to see him win something after all that time.
Did you see how he got screwed though?
No.
Got 0 FedEx Cup points, not allowed to play in the FedEx Cup championship round. He did get his
He's exempt though.
he's exempt in all the tournaments starting next year now.
And this year, though,
But
right? That's what I saw.
he was not considered a tour member. He was not considered a tour member, so he does not get to go to the FedEx. His money doesn't count going to the FedEx, nor his points.
Well,
But
he's gonna keep that
he'll have
paycheck.
he'll have all the opportunity to make up for that next year, because now he gets to play in the Tour Championship next year. I mean, not necessarily, he hadn't earned the FedEx Cup. I'm talking about the Players Championship and all the majors, because it does count as a win for the majors. So he'll be in all the majors next year.
The only thing I'm worried about is because I have been watching him. I do pay attention to what he does, and he does
He
not.
literally just hit my radar.
What?
He literally just hit my radar this weekend.
Oh, dude, I've been following this guy for 4 years now.
Mm.
Because he took a lot of flack because he decided to not go to college when he was like 17, and he went to go qualify in Q school instead. And everybody's like, "What are you doing?" And now he's in the winner's circle.
I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know why you wouldn't. Tiger would have 3 or 4 more majors already if he would have skipped 3 years at Stanford.
Yeah.
You know,
And
Phil actually played all 4 years and won a pro tournament while he was in college.
that's
So,
crazy.
these days just come on out. Now there's some examples, and I can't remember all the names, but there's some examples of some dudes coming out at 16, 17 years old, and you never heard of them again. So, it might be too much.
Somebody else you got to look at is Vincent Norman. He ended up fading away in the Barracuda, but he was there in the final round after winning the Barbasol the week before.
I started to say, didn't he win the Barbasol
Yeah.
the week before and cost me my first place championship, Lucas Glover?
Yep, and I believe Vincent was also the 54-hole leader going into Sunday. So
wow,
he's got something going on.
how did you like my? Good thing we didn't have a pod last week because you had COVID, but we I had Sam Bennett as my guy last week, and I'm pretty sure he didn't make the cut, but I'm not for sure he was even close to making the cut.
Did Duffner beat him?
Somehow he can T10 the U.S. Open, but miss the cut completely at the Barracuda.
I mean, maybe he just didn't care about it. I mean, the Barracuda, that's a tough one.
Do you have any other players you're looking at this week?
Man, let me take a peek because I'm always looking at obscure players, waiting for them to pop.
What do you think about Cam Davis this week? He's 1 week he's doing pretty good, the next week he's not.
No,
but I think he's gonna be sneaky. I think he's gonna be sneaky this week. I might put a little something on him this week.
I actually like Zach Blair this week.
Zach Blair's been playing pretty good. He can top 10. I don't know that I'd put him for an outright win. Maybe a top 10 or top 20.
I'll tell you who I'm not picking to win this week is Billy Horschel. I think he starts. I don't think he even makes the cut. I'd pick a 9 and make the cut this week.
Him and Justin Thomas shouldn't even have to be playing in this event, but they're in there fighting for just to get into the FedEx Cup right now. So embarrassing.
Justin Thomas is pulling a Hunter Mahan. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, if I take Justin Thomas this week, it's going to be for a backdoor top 20. Just to have a little something on him, just in case he ends up doing it.
No, he's wrecked right now. He's going to have to fire his dad as his coach.
Apparently, it's not okay. Apparently, it's not okay to have a gun illegally and throw it in a trash can. After what I saw today.
What happened? Somebody throw a gun in the
trash can? They reversed Willie Hunter Biden's plea deal. He's back he's back in trouble again.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just 2 tax charges though. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
They're just after they covered up the cocaine thing, I just figured he was good to go on this last deal.
You think those people go to jail though? They don't go to jail.
No, they're not. Well, anyways, his dad can just give him the old pardon
The big
as
man?
soon as they put something on. I mean, Trump gave away like thousands of pardons to all his buddies. Most of them
Oh,
would be in jail at this point.
oh yeah.
Roger
Well, they
Stone.
all start giving pardons out in private to all their white collar friends. That's what happens at every end of a presidency. People you never heard of get pardons. Like, what did they do? Oh yeah, they screwed over somebody doing this.
Well, I'd like to see, just my opinion, I'd like to see him give a half a chance to Mr. Kennedy, and I'll jump into the independent crowd and I'll vote him in just to mess everything up.
RFK?
Yeah. Just don't know if you can elect somebody a president that sounds that way.
I'm conditioned to his voice now because I listen to all his stuff. I can't get enough of the man. So man, it sounds
You're
normal
getting
to
used
me.
to his voice.
Dude, I'm full
That's
on
funny.
RFK now. Now when we blow up and we have 5 million followers, this is gonna hurt. But you know,
That's why we have to stay neutral so
I'm
we
a
don't
Kennedy
offend
Democrat.
anybody. Yeah, I know, but he's going to end up running. And I didn't realize Keith Mitchell was in the field this week. I may have to take a little stronger look at him at plus 3,500.
Yeah, if it was early 2022, but it's not.
Yeah, he didn't even make it into the Open Championship, man. And I thought for sure he'd be there.
Yeah,
So
no.
did he though. He was 75th in the world or something all of a sudden. I don't get that. Wasn't he in the top 10 every week, starting off with the first of the year, or am I missing something?
Crazy how this guy pop in and pop
Can you
out.
not hear me? Because I don't hear you answering me back.
26 in the world. That's Brian Harman.
Right? Not now.
Not now.
Number 10. He's number 10 in the world now.
No, but why did his wife and kids not show up, huh? That's a little interesting.
Uh, well, they were. I'm not for sure. Well, his dad was in the Florida Keys getting ready for lobster season, so I don't blame him for not being. And would you really thought there was a need to spend 20 grand to run over there to see him finish 60th at best?
Yeah, but you come on Sunday.
Yeah, little plane flight over to England on from Saturday. You make up your mind. It's not actually the easiest get in the world.
Well, it's not like Brian
Got to
Harman's.
be like a 8 hour minimum flight, and probably have to do connections just to get to Royal Liverpool.
I ended up getting
I
around
can't
it
believe
today.
you're not showing your boy Shez Reavie any love this week.
I can't trust him after what he did. The last
Plus
tournament win.
7,000, plus 7,000. Oh, man, you could pay for college if you hit that one.
No, dude, he doesn't have it, unfortunately. He'll just shoot at 84 on
Well,
Sunday.
hey, we're about the. I thought this week went pretty good. We didn't have any volume problems. We didn't have any sound problems. Everything worked out pretty good. We pretty much stuck on our golf timeline.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good podcast this week. So maybe we can get to 6 followers now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're gonna have to keep,
Dude,
posting.
that share I did on Facebook didn't get us any love.
Well, it got us 70 views.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, we got 70 views on that YouTube.
Oh, wow.
You gotta keep
All right.
sharing it because I don't have people to share it to. Nobody. If I put my thing on Instagram, people would be like, "This is the stupidest thing ever." I'm not listening to this at all.
Well, okay, I'll do it, but our demographics should be younger, but that's
Yeah, but
okay. And
people would just unfollow me.
I don't have a real young demographic.
Well, the thing is that
I
we have a
have
very
barbecue different demographic and 50 and over after that.
well, yeah, but we have a niche, or we have a niche podcast here, dude. I mean, we're a golf podcast. I mean, we're just trying to do what we can out here.
It's very nichey, isn't it?
I mean, we're like the fourth, fifth most watched sport in the country.
No,
And
we could have spent me and mommy's 3 days in Key West, but I can't remember hardly any of it. So I I'll have to get my memory back of it, or get get one of those Facebook memories a year from now so I can remember exactly what happened. But anyway,
I was playing a solo round out there today, real quick. I was playing a solo round out there today, and
by
first time I ever
yourself,
played
golf is
solo.
the worst.
I actually liked it. It was just me and the golf ball out there, but
Too much room for cheating.
yeah, but I mean, who are you cheating? You know what I mean? It's just
You're cheating yourself.
yeah. So like, I wasn't cheating at all because you don't have to. I mean, it's not playing for money. You know,
What'd you shoot?
I shot an 86.
Yeah, make that a 96 minimum because I guarantee you there's a couple balls dropped that you went, oh shit, I HozelRocket this one, and you dropped it right out.
Well, here's the thing. I shot a 42 on the front, and then I bogeyed holes 10 through 17, and I parred 18.
I'm gonna have to come play that pitch and putt at some point.
I ended up playing behind these people. I was taking my time. I was having a good time, and then at the turn, these people snuck in on me. And they had these two guys and their girlfriend out there, and they were both like lining up their putts for like 10 on each hole, and they probably shot 150. I don't know how people can go out there on the course.
Wow. Well, hey, anyway, we're running out of time here for our 30 minutes allotted, but my name's Tim. That's Brock. And our third member of the team, Director Patty Malloy of this podcast. Until next week. Out.
The Titan submarine imploded. That's all I gotta say about that.